Hi guys, how are you? Having a nice day? Enjoying your day? Is it filled with pleasure, fun, love, laughter and happiness? अगर नहीं है तो फिर मेरी शक्ल मत देखो, इन दोनों की शक्ल देखो. दिखाई, ओए दिन और खराब हो गया. So I'm Danny Webber, Raghunandan, and myself, of course, my name is Arjun, and we're coming together for another episode of 420 grams. And this is a new record because our last EP went out exactly a day back.
Yesterday.
ये कैसे हो गया यार? Can you please tell the people who watch this show कि what is the scheduling like? कि कभी 4 हफ्ते तक हम मिलते नहीं हैं, फिर कभी 4 दिन में हम 3-4 एपिसोड कर देते हैं. What is this?
Determined by the football calendar that unfortunately we don't prepare.
Yeah, घुमा फिरा के system.
I don't know. I have a bath like once in like 2-3 weeks. So whenever I do, it seems right to record a few episodes.
Okay, and clearly today is one of
Save
those days.
water.
No, yesterday. कल तो नया था इसलिए तो आया आगे.
तो आज छिक्का का ही लगा के मतलब.
Haven't even gone out of the studio.
चलो ठीक है, मतलब बकवास की बातें हो गई हैं.
नहीं, बट जब नेशनल टीम 5 दिन के दौर में 2 मैचेस खेलेंगी तो ऑब्वियसली जाहिर है ना हम करेंगे 2-3
तो ISL
अब क्या करेंगे?
ISL की बात नहीं कर रही.
Now you're just pushing baby into the corner.
चलो ठीक है. We won't talk about club football. Well. I'll tell you what. For all of you who are confused when we come on air, what is the schedule like? There's no fixed calendar. But one thing is for sure that whenever the Indian national team is playing, 5 days before that and probably a day or so after the game, we will be doing shows heavily focusing on that one game. Which is why we've come together today, because India's next fixture in their World Cup and Asian Cup qualifier starts on the 14th of November, 7:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time is when that game will come on the Star Sports Network. Plug in करना था मैंने 5 साल काम किया है तो. But so point being, we're going to be of course looking ahead to that game, India versus Afghanistan. The game is happening not in Afghanistan, it's happening in Dushanbe in Tajikistan. The game is being played on an artificial turf, and the Indian team has reached Dushanbe just 24 hours prior to the game, which means probably they'll get 2 sessions at most. An afternoon session or an evening session to get ready with the turf. Now, so I'm going to get straight to it. And we'll talk about the cold and everything right now because we have the Pele of artificial turfs sitting with us on the show. Sir, आप पहली बात, आप हफ्ते में कितने गेम खेलते हैं उस artificial turf पे?
सर आजकल प्रदूषण के कारण थोड़ा कम हो गया है. वैसे 4 बार खेल रहे थे हफ्ते में.
4 बार खेल रहे थे तो मतलब आप जानते हैं टर्फ को क्या लेते हैं, क्या लगता है टर्फ पे खेलना.
जो मेरा होम टर्फ है उसको तो काफी
तो मैं ये
करीबी तौर से जानता हूँ.
जब आपने वो शिफ्ट मारा from grass to turf, what was there a difference in gameplay? Did it take you time to get used to the turf and so on? Because these guys, they haven't played on a turf for a while now. They've all been playing on natural grass surfaces.
Right.
So is one session enough to get used to it? 2 sessions enough to get used to it before a big game?
I mean, if you look at the Indian players, and these are all fairly young guys who've been playing over the last decade or so.
Yeah.
I think they have reasonable amount of experience playing on artificial surfaces because artificial surfaces, for what it's worth, involve a one-time cost of setting up.
Yeah.
But then they are far easier to look after. And because of various programs pushed by the AFC as well as FIFA, we have a lot of artificial turfs in India. So a lot of these guys, especially when they were playing I-League football, they have grown up playing on these artificial surfaces, so it shouldn't be so difficult for them to readjust.
No, my point being that I know, of course, all of them have played on an artificial turf. They had that horror of a turf in the Salt Lake for a while, and there were a few injuries courtesy that turf as well. My point is, if you've just played 2 weeks before this, or a month or 2 months before this on all natural green surfaces, suddenly you go to an artificial turf with just 2 sessions. What is the acclimatization like?
Yeah, I mean, it's undoubtedly difficult. I mean, it's much harder on your knees, for one. The impact of anything that you do physically is much more. So whether that's the 10-11 kilometers that the players will run during the course of the 90 minutes, or whether it's tackling, especially sliding tackles, all of these things become much harder to do.
Ball?
Also the ball, the speed of the ball, the bounce generally tends to be, again, we're not familiar with the exact pitch in Dushanbe. It might be a really good pitch. We don't know, but the bounce is generally more, it's truer. The spin on the ball when it lands and how that reacts, that is also different. So yeah, of course, I mean, a session or that too, probably one practice session and it'll be a light session because they don't want to pick up any injuries just before the game. Is probably not ideal in terms of acclimatizing, but they have played on an artificial turf or been training on an artificial turf
In Dubai?
In Dubai.
Yeah.
Or
A day they were there
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Dubai.
I think they were also training on an artificial turf in Delhi.
here, yeah.
In Delhi, not in Dubai. Bhai. In Dubai, it was on a
Dubai
natural
was
grass
just a-
surface.
right.
Natural grass surface. That was only because there was a stoppage courtesy of flight schedules. Bhai, but then
But मजे वाली बात तो ये है कि it's what I mean. Afghanistan unfortunately cannot play home games, right? So it's a significant disadvantage for them to not have that crowd of Afghans backing them.
But
at
they've chosen
national
the right
stadium in
surface and
Kabul.
all, na?
But yeah, so given the limitations that they have, they will obviously choose a place to play that will either host them, provide them that support, allow them, to be there, train there, use the stadium, etc., etc. B, I mean, they would like to have a situation where they are more familiar with the environment than the opposition team to give them some advantage at least of a home game.
भाई ये बताइए आप 8 से 10 डिग्री हमने यहाँ पे अपनी वेदर हैट्स अपने डाली बिफोर द शो 7 PM ताजिकिस्तान टाइम आई मीन 7:30 इंडिया टाइम इज द गेम 8 से 10 डिग्री क्या दिल्ली में हमारा क्या है वो ऐसा ही सीन होता है
Yeah, I mean, any of these boys, whoever, when Delhi had a team in the ISL, they would have been playing here in the ISL in November, December, or
Yeah.
January. And it's perhaps a little colder than that in Delhi, and of course the visibility is much worse. So I think 8 to 10 degrees sounds good. It doesn't sound too bad.
doesn't sound too bad
No, it
but
doesn't sound too
not a majority of these boys are North Indian boys and they haven't spent much time in North India as well ऐसा नहीं है कि ISL में अभी यहाँ पे दिल्ली डायनामोस
That's
खेल
true.
रही
They don't
है
have
Yeah.
a team here.
And generally जो हमारा preparation होता है fitness wise वो that's more catered to playing in hot and humid conditions. So that obviously will have an impact. Like players will have to make sure that they are well warmed up and they don't get cold.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll still have the drinks breaks.
But honestly,
in,
like,
in
I mean,
these weather conditions, probably
But
not.
why will they have drinks break at 7 PM?
Probably not.
Not.
No, if it's 8 to 10 degrees, then absolutely
There's no
not.
chance of a drinks break. That drinks break happened when we were playing on artificial
Summertime.
turf in Woes versus Guam, I think.
Yeah.
We had played a game.
Generally when the
हाँ, और जो
weather
पिटे थे
conditions
हारे थे
are-
हम उसमें.
Yeah.
That's a good.
But I mean, 8 to 10 degrees, man, once you're warmed up, like in terms of playing conditions, it's absolutely ideal. It should
सर
be.
आप खेल रहे हो हमें तो पता नहीं हम तो बैठ के बातें ही करे जा रहे हैं 5 साल से इंजरी
नहीं,
नहीं छोड़
8 से
रही
10 डिग्री मतलब आप ठीक है आपको वार्म अप में थोड़ा ज़्यादा एफर्ट लगाना होगा बट उसके बाद once you're ready and on the pitch it should be like perfect playing conditions. I think that by that time in the evening it will be played under lights. So unfortunately it won't be a nice clear sunny day. That would have been even better. But I don't think there's too much for India to worry about in terms of the conditions. The problems are more on the pitch.
वो उसकी बात करेंगे आप you would try to make
I was going to say that Guam game was actually a good parallel to draw because then also India had taken a long flight, a lot of hopovers, and they had landed up there just 24 hours before the game. In fact, there was this very iconic photo of Stephen Constantine jogging on the
वो
beach.
उस टाइम वो ISL और नेशनल टीम वाली लड़ाई भी चल रही थी कैंप के
absolutely.
लिए कितने देर के लिए छोड़े
हाँ,
लड़कों को
बिल्कुल.
नहीं छोड़े
So, but at least that hasn't happened this time, but they've had like a long transit and they would have landed now.
ठीक है तो हमने मतलब कंडीशंस की भरपूर बात
But
कर
yeah,
ली
on the pitch.
अब Indian problems on the pitch and the first thing I don't think you have to look far away from the fact that you have talked about India's defense no Sandesh Jingan now they're also saying that Adil Khan has a hamstring issue which he pulled in Hyderabad's second last game before the break versus Kerala Blasters. He didn't play in Hyderabad's last game of the ISL and I don't know if he's going to risk him on an artificial turf that too because if you got a hamstring you're saying your muscles are working a lot more and so on, because rather you'd keep him fit for Oman. My point is दोनों को on the spot डाल रहा हूँ. सर एक मिनट सर आप बताइए पहले आपके stopper back कौन होंगे फिर? You have Pritam Kotal, Narinder, Subhashish can play makeshift stopper back and you have Adil as well. So would you risk Adil in a game on an artificial turf in these cold climates?
No, definitely not. Not Adil. Of course, Anas is also back.
Anas is
now.
also back, yes.
Yes, Anas is back. So I would say put Narendra in and Pritam in. Simply because Narendra has had some game time of late. He's played a few games. And Pritam has been playing in the center, as a centre half in the ISL.
Yeah.
So I think the two of them is a better bet than putting Subhashish in. Perhaps. I mean, also Narendra is very young. So I think his mistakes will be forgiven.
I would go with Adil if he's fit enough to play, because we
then
can't,
you might
we
lose
can't
him,
wait
bhai.
for the next game. Yeah.
You might lose
I
him.
mean, we
sir.
should have had. We were looking at having 6 points, 7 points
By now.
when we were going into this game, or 4
So
points.
Preetham and
at least.
Adil for you said?
Well, maybe I'd play Adil and Narinder actually, because they have played together.
So you have an
recently for the
injury
national
concern, and
team.
you have a young boy who's played
Yeah, I don't-
very little international
I mean,
football in a must-win game kind of
Dude,
situation.
if you look at the players we have, or then who do you play on the left then?
I would play Preetham and Subhashish, yaar. Subhashish has played centre back for you, yeah.
Yeah, so Subhashish in the middle. Okay.
Yeah, Subhashish in the middle, Mandar Rao on the left flank,
Yeah.
and right flank पे Rahul Bheke, who gives you so much gaps. मतलब जो है सो है. और किसको खिलाओगे आप? At least the good thing is आगे उनके प्रणय हल्दर आ गया ना अब. तो
There's
प्रणय
actually a
हल्दर
strong possibility that Bheke could be shifted into center also, you know.
could be. But given Bheke's
Now that you've
performance,
said that,
sir,
like,
but given his performance in international football, if I was a coach, I wouldn't bring him in the center of the pitch. He's
played-
looked a yard slower than all his players in international football. Don't count what he's doing for Bengaluru.
No, but he's played a couple of games in center for India also.
And it wasn't a very good
Yeah, it
performance.
wasn't very good, but I have a sneaky suspicion that's what's going to happen.
So you're saying Preetham and Narinder
Yeah, I'm
in the
going
middle,
to Preetham and Narinder.
and Bheke on the right,
And
Mandar on the left. You?
Subhashish on the left, Narinder, Adil. Again, Adil depending on how
So you won't
fit he
play
is.
Preetham only,
I won't play Preetham, or play Preetham on the right.
and no Rahul Bheke.
No, Bheke.
I kind
that
of.
would actually be,
That would be a good situation, but I just don't trust the center pairing then, na yaar.
yeah, because you have a youngster and an
Yeah.
injury concern.
My four at the back would be Rahul Bheke on the right, purely because you're putting Preetham in the center, and with him I would put Subhashish, not risk Adil Khan.
Fair enough.
Because you have a game versus Oman, then you have 3 more games after that.
Yeah.
And on the left, it would be Mandar Rao Desai. And I would do that purely because I have Pranay Haldar for this game.
Fair enough. And Subhashish seems like a reasonably safe option when he has played centre half. If he can control his urge to get forward and get out of position, then.
And it's not like he's playing it for the
safe
first time. He's played quite a few games in the centre of park, not just for Indian team, but even for club football. He's been used in that position.
I think the important point you made is that you have Pranoy available, so that's actually going to be, you have to play him.
You have to play him.
You have to play him. Like there's no, I mean, I would not.
Like I would never trust a 3-man midfield over 5-man की जो आपकी पूरी midfield है उसकी जो 3 बीच में है. I would never trust a Sahal Thapa and Rowland combination because I just think there is no. I know. I'm just saying there is not enough physicality there, man. Pranoy comes in, he solves that puzzle because he's your out and out guy जो तोड़ेगा, मारेगा और वो पास देगा. He's not bothered about कि अच्छा पास जा रहा है वो जा रहा है. पास में जो है डालो निकालो बॉल. That's his
Fair
job.
enough. So I think midfield, so we'll all agree then.
So what? So Udanta right.
Udanta right, Ashik left, 3 in the middle, Pranay, Thapa, Sahel, even though they've not got as much game time in the ISL first few rounds as we would have hoped. But though they are your best options.
And Chetri up front.
Chetri up front, Manveer on the bench.
And what can you expect from
the rest, all of them on the bench?
because Afghanistan in all likelihood also going to play 1 striker up front.
Yeah.
They'll be playing with 5 in the middle या जैसे भी उस 5 को वो तोड़ेंगे कैसे रखेंगे. If I was Afghanistan, I would not play the same strategy what Bangladesh did. If I was Afghanistan, मैं तो कहता जाके चढ़ो गोल मारो, 2 गोल मारो और टीम खत्म है वहीं पे.
इतना इजी नहीं है यार चढ़ना और मतलब गोल मारना. It's not like
but इस सिचुएशन के हिसाब से मैं कह रहा हूँ.
they can try. They can try. They fear. I mean, I think again, Afghanistan will be on a high. They've got 3 points against Bangladesh. And their under-19 team beat India a couple of days ago. So there's something for them as a sort of motivating factor or whatever. They know that it can be done. India has no great big team that's coming in. So they'll be going for a win for sure. But will that mean they'll play an all-out attacking game? Do they have those kind of players? I doubt it. And are India also so easy to break down? I don't think so. You know, we will play organized. We'll play the way this team has been playing over the last few matches. So Afghanistan will also be hoping that like Bangladesh, India will make some mistakes and looking to capitalize on that. So I think it will be a really cagey, sort of tight sort of game, man. And how the Indian midfield does and manages to break down the other side, for me, that's the critical part.
Okay, so then
not so much what Bangladesh will do, what Afghanistan.
So we're leading into the last part of the show then. Predictions, guys. क्या लग रहा है sir आपको? बताइए.
0-0.
Nil.
It's not a bad call, man.
Nil means this
even
is
nil,
now
yeah.
India is on 3 points after this game.
2.
2. No, 3.
3 points.
Three.
आपने बांग्लादेश से draw किया, आपने
Sorry.
कतर के साथ
2
draw
draws
किया.
and
Nil.
3 draws, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm really like we're all really keen for an India win. It's been a long.
But it's
time.
not about being keen, na bhai. Keen to
No,
मतलब
but
everyone's keen.
I'll go with 1-0 to India.
1-0 to India.
Yeah.
Actually, I love how all of us have like said. Now, 2 of us have already done this. हम लोग सब ने बोला है कि वो defense weak है, but I've also kept a clean sheet for India. You also kept a clean sheet for India. So go.
See, I think one of the reasons why even थोड़ा सा मेरे को confidence आ रहा है defense पे is purely because of that man called प्रणय हल्दर.
Yeah, sure.
क्योंकि वो पीछे बैठेगा.
हाँ.
वो आगे उसको आना ही नहीं है. अटैकिंग जिसको आगे आना है वो आपके फुल बैक्स होंगे.
Absolutely.
राहुल भेके एंड मंदार. तो आपका बीच का जो एरिया है उसको तो पूरा का पूरा वो
Absolutely.
confine करके रख देगा.
अच्छी बात.
And here's a guy who's done a lot of this work in club and international level.
In fact, I think our partners, Sports KPI, they'd given some statistics, and I love these statistics that Pranay had, where he had 0 shots on goal, 0 key passes, 0 shots taken from 25 yards. I was like, ये हुआ ना ये. This is
defensive
this is what you want.
हाँ सही बात है. And so then that means the onus is on Mr. Chhetri to score your goal, sir.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Or the attacking midfielders, man. Or wingers. So many attacking
कोच का
options.
नाम भी ले दो फिर ऐसे बोल रहे हो मतलब ये क्या है?
कोच पे तो सभी based है. It's all on him.
कोच ने एक कोट दिया था इस गेम से पहले कि we had some 500 odd passes versus Bangladesh. Bangladesh had 170 odd successful passes and I think 15 shots or something. 17 shots. पर कोच ये बताना भूल गए कि on target कितने थे उनमें से. 17 shots में से कितने होंगे on target यार? अगर कोई वो गेम 4-5?
3 या 4.
4 I can remember.
Including the goal.
Yes, of course.
So basically Mr. Chhetri ऊपर खेलेंगे अकेले.
Yes, sir.
उनको करना पड़ेगा कमाल अपना. आसान नहीं होने वाला सर.
But yeah, it should be a good game. I'm looking forward to it. Like tight game, some hard fought. Yeah.
I actually think like a point would be good also. Like
No, point will be good. Okay, so then 0-0, 1-0 to India, 1-1. I feel India goal मार देगा एक.
Wow, this is
India तो मारेगी.
हाँ नहीं भाई ने बोला था कि नहीं मारेंगे हम. ठीक है guys. Anything else you want to add on the show?
Oh, I mean, just that join us, log into the live blog if you can't watch the game. That'll be on newsclick.in. Maybe we'll do some commentary also, like halftime stuff. Throw it in there.
Maybe.
Maybe
being the key word.
Let's see how that goes. But of course, and after the game, we'll have a review as well. Pandit and Weber will be back for that. So. Yep.
Weber Raghunandan, Siddhant Annie, thank you so much for joining us. उम्मीद करते हैं हमने आपका दिन थोड़ा मज़ेदार बनाया. And we were aiding you in making that day mazedar and enjoyable. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back, of course, after that result. Remember, all 3 of us, whichever one gets their result wrong, एक punishment होगी उस बंदे के लिए. याद रखना. Bye bye.